the time's gone really quick.
Yeah. 40 weeks.
40 weeks. In a row, or on the trot, as they say in England.
On the
trot.
On the tram.
On the trot.
Trot.
With a T
trot.
at the end.
40 weeks on the trot. Like a horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trot. I didn't know what I meant.
I still don't know what it means. Oh, like a horse. Is that what it was? Right. So 40 weeks in a row on the trot.
On the trot, yeah. And as you said, we've been talking to each other like 40 weeks in a row about the podcast.
At some point, right?
Yeah.
So even if I've recorded, like been away when you couldn't be with me, or we were on different parts of the world, in different parts of the world, done the recording, we've still had to speak to each other at some point in the week.
Oh, that's true.
It's kind of weird.
Without alcohol.
There might have been alcohol once or twice, though.
Mm-hmm. L.
When I realized that, you know what, I need to post that podcast, but it's never. Did you post the podcast?
Oh, we did. Oh no, but now we can schedule it.
Yeah, we're really getting advanced.
Yeah.
We can schedule the podcast so it can just go out. So we just have to have like 30 episodes recorded, and we just plan them. We don't have to do anything.
So if we have vacation,
yeah,
take a week alone in the world, just traveling around, meeting people, recording podcasts, then just do everything on schedule. We're done.
That I know we've joked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it wasn't actually a joke. It was just talk, small talk. But we should do that.
Exactly, we should do that.
When can we take a week off and just go record podcasts? No.
Now.
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
You guys should like make a podcast while you're camping.
While we're camping. So we have to go camping before we.
True.
Is that what you're trying to say? We should go camping?
Well, you were making an idea of it, so.
It's a good idea.
It is.
Just to get some power. Well, we have power there, though.
If we did that, would we just try to, like, we could go around the campgrounds and just pick people, hey, want to be on our podcast?
That's true. The hard thing, though, if you actually pre-record everything, you can't be on topic in what happens, or how do you say that?
Oh, you mean so you don't have a topic?
No, that you're not in.
Like you just like.
In the moment, or we can't talk about what happens right now, or in the present.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be pre-recorded. And the other thing is, then this would totally blow out everything we're talking about right now about speaking to each other once a week. Because if we have that many, then we could like schedule them, and then we probably wouldn't speak to each other for like 30 weeks or something.
Probably not. We don't have anything other to talk about, so
it's not like we're friends or anything, you know. It's just this is just a podcast. This is all business.
It's all business, everything.
Hang on, we'll change that. It's not business. It's just pleasure.
Some people don't understand business, you know.
Yeah, and you're looking at him right here.
Exactly.
Can't figure that out yet. That's why I'm still going around in circles for a living. It's not a business. It's just a living.
People still new to the scene.
What?
New to the scene.
People are new to the scene. That's right.
Yeah. Should we introduce Bill?
Does he need an introduction?
I don't think so, but
I never need an introduction.
No.
You don't?
Never.
Do you want to introduce yourself, or do you just want to say who you are, or what? You know, hey, I'm just you don't need an introduction, so you just gotta say
Yeah, I'm just a guy that you guys found on the street, you know.
Found on the street.
Totally.
I saw you had your T-shirt that said #I am Bill.
Exactly. Always gotta plug my stuff.
That's cool.
So we will welcome to episode 40 of the Real 45 podcast. I'm Greg Hancock.
I'm Stefan Enal.
And I'm Bill Hancock.
Welcome
Thank you.
to the show.
What do you think of our studio?
Well, it's West Start, so I've been it a lot of times, but so you won the World Championship in 2016 here,
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
right in that room right there.
Had some
And
fun in that room right next door, huh?
it's pretty cool.
Stefan's place here, West Art, is not just a place of business. It's a place of fun. It's a place of pleasure. It's a place of, cinema, cinemania.
Cinemania, children parties.
Yeah, kids parties,
Yeah.
daycare.
Yeah. Dogs daycare.
Dog, yeah, it's more dog daycare than anything. I think
Daddy's daycare.
Daddy daycare can be the same. Yeah, it's probably a little bit like that too.
If you say it like that, it's just a way to make a living, or what do you say? It's not. It's not business.
It's not a business. It's just a way to make a living.
Yeah.
There's probably no sense in that at all, but at least
No, but it's a fun way to see it. I think if you're going to work, make sure you have fun, because that's what you do 8 hours a day, at least.
I can back you up on that one.
Yeah,
You gotta love what you do, right?
I think so.
I tell the guys when we go racing too, like a lot of guys want to go race to make the money. Gotta do good so I can make the money.
It's like never about money. It's always about having fun and loving what you love to do.
Oh, sure. And then the money comes with the success, usually. So if you do well, you make money. If you make money, you're happy. But if you do well, you're happy. So why not just do well and make money and be happy?
Is it like
Exactly. That's what you should do.
you're always supposed to do your best still if you don't know it? It's just like maybe on a math test or something like that. You always got to do your best and see what your results are. If you don't get a good result, still be happy with it because you tried your best.
Like you said there, it's not all about the money, right?
Never.
So it goes back to that. That was cool to hear that from you at school. Like getting a gold star, right?
Never get gold stars.
You don't?
I get A's.
So the gold.
A's.
So an A. This is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
An A is higher than a gold star.
Well, maybe in kindergarten, that's maybe like a A2, but, when you get up to 4th, 5th, and 6th, start getting like A's and 100% like that.
Mm-hmm.
Getting your 4.0s.
Yeah, right. Okay. So then it's. I don't know. I think the gold star system still works. So even in your class now, like if your teacher said they're going to create like a pyramid or something, and it's like, if you do really good and you climb the pyramid, then you get to the top, you get a gold star.
We actually have like that in our school in USA. It's like a pyramid of success.
Okay.
And like if you do like a good job, like a personal best, or I had a teacher, Miss Bolstad, in 3rd grade, that like gave out like 2 every day, but I only got 2.
In 2 days.
Do you think that it works?
It works, just that like they could have done maybe something else, like you get a reward for like no homework one day because you have like homework every day till Friday, and maybe you get like a homework pass like we do. We get that every year. After every break we get one of them, and then we have a class, or we can earn class money. We can buy one, and yeah, that's pretty much how our school works. But here in Sweden, we don't have anything like it. We don't have homework, but I still pretty much read every day after school for 20 minutes. Still want to keep sometimes I read both languages, Swedish and English, for 10 minutes each. And then, just get better and better.
Do you do that because you want to do it, or you do that because...
Sometimes I want to do it, sometimes not. Still caught up with all my social medias and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Trying to practice for the soccer season coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the gold star thing is quite cool, because we have built that into the business. So we have like a project system for managing projects and customers and things like that.
You saying something about this?
Did I do that?
Yeah, I think you did.
Or maybe I talked about it.
No, tell it though, because I want to.
But it could be for for me, for example, I get like a fireworks on the screen if I add new projects into the screen, or I could get like a reminder if I log into the system after 9 o'clock in weekdays. It's like late to work today, or small messages, and then you have like a top list of people that earns points because every one of these messages or fireworks or it is.
And you're like always on the top,
you get points for it.
You're like always on the top.
No. The guys that are actually working.
Yeah. And not sitting in the other room podcasting.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all.
No, I'm not that good at.
So when you do put a new project in and you see the fireworks, you get like a right on.
Yeah.
You still get like that?
Yeah.
I wonder how you can get through school if you're not on the top.
It depends on what you're.
I didn't have a problem with it.
You dropped out of like high school after the first year.
After the first year, no.
Second?
No.
Third?
No.
What year? You never went to high school?
I went to high school all the way up to my 12th, up into my 12th year.
What?
And then
How many years do you have in high school? 3?
4.
4. Oh, okay. So you went to your 4th.
Don't test me. That part I know for sure. There's 4 years of high school.
But you never went to a party.
I went to parties.
You never went to a party. What was that?
Yeah, I don't know where he's coming from here. So this is the good thing about Bill. So I have three sons. Wilbur's oldest, then there's Bill, and then there's Carl. And it doesn't. This is the cool thing about you have kids too, so you know. But you raise them the same. You do everything that you try to give them all the equal opportunities, whatever. But deep down, they're so individuals, and this is so fun to watch what comes out. And Bill always has a more, kind of a different outlook on things. And then he says exactly what he thinks. There's no beating around the bush. There's no,
thinking or like,
no
is this
filter.
right?
No filter. There is no filter.
No.
It's not like I'll think, is this really right? Is this will people understand what I'm saying? I'll just throw it out there.
And see what comes back. Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty much like 99%. People will say like, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the 1% that's left, they're saying, oh, I kind of understand that, but kind of not.
Uh-huh.
So like, I just throw it out there. I never think about it. But you guys always tell me, think about what you're saying. Think
before you speak.
Yeah.
We had a podcast episode about this recently. So.
Yeah.
And I don't think I will ever listen to that. Like, think before you speak. I think I'll just pretty much just throw it out there. And when they say, what do you mean? I'll just tell it again until they understand it.
As long as you're nice to people or not.
No, like mean.
Exactly.
So that's what I mean. I believe that you actually do think before you speak, because you would know not to say something, unless it was your brothers.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
if they say like, if somebody's saying like, if you want to hit me. And like, I'm getting my fist ready. Should I really do this? Or should I not? It's a 50-50.
That's
If I hit him, I'm happy. But at the other 50%, I also get in trouble. But if I don't hit him, then I look like a wussy. But on the other 50%, I don't get in trouble.
And then you're happy.
Yeah,
there's a lot of thinking going on here.
Yeah.
So like, I'll start hitting him, but then I'll stop.
Really? So the thing that attracts me most here is that your first instinct there was to hit somebody.
Well,
rather than like, should I
you
say a bad word with him? No, I just want to hit him. Should I hit him? And if I hit him, I'm going to be happy. But if I don't hit him, I'm not going to get in trouble.
What should I do?
You're not the kind of guy that wants to hit somebody. I've never ever seen you hit somebody just out of the blue. So is this just more of a fantasy?
Fantasy, pretty much, maybe
Right,
like
okay,
that.
So, all right.
We
This is Bill, so we're coming to this.
No, but like when you for the past 3 years, when you were in Multala in Pratna, when me and Scott Nichols were always telling jokes, and if somebody would roast me, I would get nervous and like that and embarrassed. I would just start hitting Wolverine in the shoulder, and we're like, "What was that? What was that for?" I'm like, "You punched on me. I'm sorry."
Punched him. Yeah, you went through a stage there where you would get like
super nervous, like embarrassed.
Yeah, you get
and I was
embarrassed,
just-
more
I was
embarrassed,
gonna
and
hit
kind of
somebody.
like you said something because you didn't think about it because you're young, you know. That's all part of it. And then like you and
And then
Scott Nichols would roast each other,
Yeah.
quite often with jokes and stuff like that. And instead of when you got roasted hard, instead of just taking it and dishing it back out, you just punch Wilbur. And Wilbur's like, "What did I do?"
I'm like, you're not fun stuff. Not bad.
But you've grown out of that. You've grown out of that part.
Totally.
So you're definitely not the kind of guy who ever hits somebody. I've seen you
No.
play around with Maciek and Luke and all the guys, and you guys end up in a
Like I'll
tussle.
just like start trying, and then he'll just like yesterday when we were at the jet ski, when we were at Eula Kling's house, I was just like doing like that with Mati, and he's like, "Don't try me. Like I will like crush you." And I'm like, "Oh, I want to
I
see
will
you
crush
try."
you.
I'm like, "Oh, I want to see you try." He's like, "Okay." Picks me up and throws me on his shoulder. It's like throw me out into the lake, and I'm like, "Oh, so you said you wanted to crush me, not and throw me into the water?" He's like, "I know." And I'm like, "So why aren't you crushing me?" "I am." I'm like, "When?" And he starts gonna go jump on me
He crushed you mentally.
mentally, but not physically. So now I know why I do not mess with Maciek anymore.
That's right, yeah.
But I'm still messing with Oscar and Luke.
In a few years, you will beat him.
Yeah.
When he's getting like old like that. Well, I'm not calling you old. This no
But
offense.
you beat him in football, don't you?
No.
Soccer.
FIFA?
Kinda. He'll still beat my butt, but
Now think before you speak now, because now you're being recorded.
I know.
So has he beat you have you beat him in FIFA?
I beat him once yesterday. And that's because he chose a half-star team from in Ireland. And I chose the Adidas team. That's like rest of the world. Like Messi, Gareth Bale, and everybody that plays with Adidas shoes or like sponsored by Adidas. They go in that team, and but that's not a real team that they just put it in FIFA.
Interesting.
Interesting. That was interesting.
So you are better playing FIFA with those people,
If I'm playing like a
or are they better in the
PSG,
game?
he is like, he'll pass more. I'll just like, I'll pass Wolver out if I'm playing with him. But if I'm playing against him, I'll just start running. I won't pass anything. I'll just maybe like do one pass, maybe from the goalkeeper, and maybe like a cross into like a running ball right to his foot, and then I'll try to cross it in. But I'll never make a goal.
You know?
Only if I get like a free kick or a penalty. Mostly on the free kicks, he'll play as a goalkeeper and run out, so I have an open goal. But yeah,
Now you're giving away all his secrets.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
Dang it!
That's all right.
That's
But
good. I
you
don't play online.
you know what?
I don't play online.
No, that's right. Yeah, we have regulations, right?
Mhm.
That's okay. But Bill, out of my three boys, is the one who always, like I said, he comes out, he says what comes to his mind. So, even if I've had a good race or a bad race, and Wilbur can come up, "Oh, that was okay, Dad. It'll be better tomorrow," or, "Oh, awesome race. That was so cool what you did there." Blah 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 blah. Bill will walk up and go, "Good race, Dad." If you had a good race, yeah, thanks. Nothing more. Doesn't have to say anything more. Just turn around and walk away. And then if you have a bad day, he's like, "I don't know what you were doing out there, but that wasn't good at all." Straight out. Last
I won't
night,
say like no offense. I'll just go.
How do you answer
Yeah,
that?
you gotta
I
do
know,
better.
or-
yeah. When he speaks, I just go. There's like constructive criticism there, So I just take it in because I know he's just saying exactly how it is.
Like when after a good race, I'll just say, "Good job, Dad," and we'll do a knuckles. After a bad race, I'm like, "That was terrible, Dad. You gotta do better."
Yeah,
You're
what's
like-
wrong with you?
and
Why did you do that?
And the only thing you'll answer, you're like, "Okay."
Yeah,
And
I don't know. Yeah,
If you
'cause-
make like a good pass but still like come third, I'll just say, "Good job, you still got a point." I wouldn't get any points. They'll probably lap me, but because I play soccer, and yeah, still got points better than nothing.
Even last night we were in Vetlanda, racing, and I had one heat, and I had one pass in one corner, and came up and ended up with a good heat. And he walked up after the race. He goes, "That was a good pass. You should do that more often."
He was like third, and it was gonna be a 5-1 for the other team, and we did not want that because they beat us on
Tuesday.
Yeah.
They beat us on Tuesday night, right?
And then I'm like, "Come on, you can do it, And he just goes out on Bartos, Mazak, and Artem Laguda are outside and inside, and that's just coming out on Bartos, but then cuts in on both of them, so they're gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't Laguda. That was the reserve from the other team. Yeah.
Wait, Brady? Kurtz?
No, it wasn't Brady Kurtz. It was I think it was Yamlan. I think.
Oh, Philip?
I think so.
Yeah, but then he just cut him. I'm like, yeah, and what was he standing there, like speechless? And Luke's thinking like it's a big Grand Prix. He's like, yes, you did it, Josh. No offense, Luke, if you're listening to this, but just gotta throw it out there.
You just gotta throw it out there.
I never think before I speak.
That's in your motto.
No, but then
That's it,
after
yeah.
I just go in, I'm like, yeah, you did it. Dad, you should do that more often. He's like, I know, I should. I'm like, maybe there's no open spots, but you said go on the inside or outside.
That's cool.
Should be that easy.
Yeah, right. And there's no reason to go, well, if you would have done like this or you could have done like that. It's just like it's black or it's white.
Yeah.
Say no more. Say no more. So, out of the 3 boys in the crew, Wilbur's crazy, as you know too, Stefan. He's a freak for motorcycles.
Yeah.
Speedway's his life. But he's a great student. He plays the guitar. He's really into his vlogs and social media, and
Hasn't done a vlog in like 2 months now.
he's kind of backed off a little bit on that, huh?
And he said, I'm like, Wilbur, you haven't done any vlogs lately. He's like, yeah, I'm taking a break. I'm like, you gonna tell him that? Because like, there's a lot of people commenting on his Instagram and Snapchat like, why aren't you doing any vlogs right now? I'm missing the vlogs. They're so good. And he's like, yeah, but he never responds to him. He said, yeah, I think I'm gonna like make a video saying why I've took a break, and I'm like, better do that soon because there are a lot of people commenting on my Instagram post too. So just like throw it out there so I don't get any random people texting me.
This is good. Well, he's really into bikes, and he's into that stuff too. And you got into doing some vlogging too, and some videos, YouTube stuff. But then there's Carl, who's obviously he's pretty small and into everything.
He's got him like a waterproof camera. It's not like a GoPro. It's kind of like it. Like you can hook it on like to a bike and everything, like a helmet too.
For Carl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, he got it for Christmas, and we were our grandma, or should I call it Nana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, call her. Don't say grandma.
No. Oof.
Nana will not go for the grandma comment.
No. Maybe
Sounds
it rhymes,
modeled.
but don't do it.
Oh.
Maybe it rhymes, but just don't do it. And and she always takes us to Target or Walmart or whatever, and then she'll tell us, "What do you guys want?" We're like, "It's Christmas. Do you mean like what do we want to give to other people? No, what do you guys want?" And we'll buy it, and then she'll wrap it up and say, "Merry Christmas." I'm like, "Oh," and she'll like go like for 20 minutes. She'll say, "Okay, so you're gonna say this." "Oh, how did you know what I wanted? You're so good, Nana. You're the best Nana ever." I'm like, "You're the only Nana we'll have." And then we're like, "Oh, thank you. And she's like, "Who's the best Nana in the world? You are." She's like,
Oh my
"Am I the only Nana in the world that you guys have?" "Yeah."
Not hard to be the best one then.
Not hard to be the best one.
I
Never.
like this though, because you're just totally giving Nana a boost right there. Like, so you got to think about it. Nana knows then if she gets, you guys pick what you want and you got it, then she can't go wrong on the gift either.
She can't like. When we went to Target, I'm like, "Okay, I'll get the Google Home." And she's like, "Okay, how much is it?" I'm like, "It's $40 here, but it's a 20 at Target." She's like, "No, it's not 20 at Target." I'm like, "Yes, it is." And she's like, "Okay, we'll go to Target. We'll worry about like a thing for his camera."
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it, and I'm like, "Yeah, see, $20." He's like, "Oh, good. I thought it was gonna be like over like $200." Like the big one was like $250, and then the small one was $140 at Best Buy. And then we went to Target, and I'm like, it's $20 here. It's like a big price off of Christmas. She's like, oh, good. I can't buy like $500 for everything. And like Wilbur's thing was like 50. And
Nana's
like,
gonna love this.
and they're like, I don't want like to get crap from Mom that I spent too much on you guys. You know, I want to keep my money. I'm like, I'm retired. I'm retired. I'm like, you still get money from insurance and everything, you know.
It's not that easy.
No, we're always giving Nana a hard time. Both me and your
Always.
mom. Going, why are you spending that money on? You don't need to spend that kind of money on the kids. They don't need that stuff. They got everything. I know, but you know, Nana, she's got a big heart.
Big heart.
Yeah, and she just wants to spoil you guys.
Always.
So she
But,
should
like-
just spoil herself. That's what we keep telling her. Stop spoiling all of the kids. Just spoil yourself. You spoiled us for, for me, like 48 years. Uncle Dave. Bit
She's
more.
72 now, or 71.
I don't know, how old is she?
71. Because we for the first time we had our Christmas at our house,
Mhm.
and all the other times we'll have it like Sissy or Dave.
No, we used to have it at our house. You obviously don't remember. We had it at our house a lot.
We did.
Yeah.
Wait, I remember we.
And then we've had it at Dave's and Dave's place, Sissy's place. We've
'Cause,
moved
like,
around a little
it's-
bit, but we've had it at our place a few times, and then we've been here in Sweden like once or twice, or 3 times. So we get around.
It's like 10 years when you guys took out the Christmas lights. You're like, we're like, it's been 7 years since we took out this box from the attic
In
I'm like,
Sweden.
in Sweden.
Yeah, that's right, because we haven't been here for Christmas since. Ooh.
It's
Well,
snow.
I
It's
remember.
cold.
Well, we think about it. It's, I don't know when last time exactly we were here, but we were here the year that you were born, because you were born in November.
I was born in November.
So
and then
we
you
couldn't
guys-
fly, so we had to
Oh.
stay in Sweden.
When are you allowed to fly? When you're like, you're born. If you're born in January, are you allowed to fly in December?
Well, as long as you're healthy and the doctors say it's all okay, then yeah, you can pretty much fly pretty quick. But it's all relative.
Exactly, but I mean, if you're 3 weeks before it should come, the kids.
It's not the most wise. I don't even think they'll let you on the airplane if they can
Probably
see
not,
you.
no.
They like always need a pass, and if you don't have a pass for the little one, you can't go. You can't.
No, but if you have labor on the plane,
It's telling you if they're still pregnant.
yeah,
Like if
Does it
you're-
matter like what? Like if you're 8 weeks pregnant, are you allowed to go then or?
Oh yeah, that's still very early. But it's like when you get to the later stages of the pregnancy, when you can be up to a month or something. I don't know what the actual
something. Yeah, I don't know.
a month or 6 weeks or 8 weeks before maybe it's not even that far, but then it's you're pushing it because it can happen at any time. You wouldn't want to go into labor at 38,000 feet. I'm sure it's happened
Probably.
more than once.
I don't think it's fun for the staff or for the mom.
Did you guys?
No,
It's kind of crowded.
yeah, that's right. You
Like,
got to make a sudden
what-
landing.
One of my friends in USA, they actually told me, did you guys know? And I was born on a plane. And I'm like, no, I didn't know that. Like, yeah, my mom said it was hard, but it was fun. It was good.
So he was born. Your friend was born on a plane.
That's what he said, at least.
I was just going to ask that question. I wonder how many people have been born on a plane. That was.
And he
claim
said,
to fame. Where
what
were you
if?
born? Yeah, I was born on a 747 at 36,000 feet. Certain time.
No, but
Between
like,
Finland and
Yeah. So where were you born at? Yeah. It was,
I was like, I'm actually from Finland, so yeah. No, but
yeah. How would that work? What kind of passport would you get? Would you be
You
entitled
get-
to?
yeah, exactly. What happens if you?
oh, but there's one of my friends here in Sweden. He was born in what's it called? Arab? I think it was Araben.
Oh, in the in
Arab states or
one of the Arab states or
Mhm.
Dubai or
But he has a Swedish pass. But he was born there. But then
Mm.
he moved. But as I was saying, in USA, then I thought, what if anybody had had birth on the Titanic.
Oh, so he was born on the Titanic? Well, I don't
I
know
don't
that
think
that
so,
I don't
but
think
like
that
you never
happened.
know.
Not on that voyage. The one you're referring to. I don't know about that, but
I have no idea.
But like the friend that said it, he was born on a plane. He makes a lot of lies too.
okay.
So you never know.
No, you never know. That's true. So you have to go back to him now. You should go back and find out. Say, hey, listen, that comment about you being born on a plane. What kind of plane was it?
So,
Was it a jet or was it a prop? Stuff like that. But anyway, yeah. Oh,
He wouldn't remember it.
probably not, right? But at least he'll go home and ask his parents.
Yeah.
So, Bill, you're not a motorcycle guy, right?
never.
Or are you?
I'm a soccer player, bro.
Okay, bro.
Bro.
No, you like soccer. You're more of the I don't know, how do I classify? You're a mover, you know. You want to do everything with your own 2 feet. And
Like, when I was little, I remember when I was little, I was playing in this little league in Nortelia here, and always from kickoff, they would pass me the ball. I would never pass anybody. I would just straight sprint and kick it into goal, and they would always be mad at me. And my team was like, "You gotta pass me." And I'm like, "Well, I just want to kick the ball into the net."
yeah, I remember a few of your coaches over the years have always said, "You need to pass more. You need to pass more."
I know,
Everyone
but,
trying to
like,
make
they
you
would
pass, and all
always-
Bill wanted to do is I just want to get that thing in the net. That's my goal right there.
They always say like, "You always want to jog first. You don't want to sprint." I'm like, "Well, I'll sprint for the whole game. I don't care. I just want to score a goal." And just like, actually, for every game that I've been playing in USA, here in Sweden, USA and Sweden, when I started in just like a drill, I made 1 goal in my first game. In just like a drill. Then in USA, in my first game, I made a goal.
Really?
And then here in Sweden, when I got to Bekovia, I made 2 goals in my first game.
Really?
Mhm.
You got a pretty good record.
That's good.
But then when I came back from USA, from this league that I started, I made 2 goals. And then the first one, before USA, I made like a chip over the goalkeeper. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I've seen some of your goals. I'm
So you're a goalkeeper now.
And it was a free
Yeah.
kick.
No, you said so. You're a goalkeeper now. Are you a goalkeeper?
No, I'm a midfielder.
You're a
Left
midfielder.
or right?
But I've seen him play. They've been. I think that the coaches now they try to rotate the guys a little bit and get them to
Because
play
like
different
we're
positions.
losing
and see how they are.
goalkeepers in my team in USA and here in Sweden.
And you're a pretty good goalkeeper. even on
getting
the
better.
side, so, and we have nets at home too, so they're playing all the time. And like we've had a few of the guys here over the last week with the GP, and Magic's been there and his crew, and Chris Holder's been there with his crew, and they all out there playing football. Even Andy and Josh were over too, so they're playing soccer out in the field. And Bill's always the guy in the net. I noticed he wasn't firing as many shots as he was in the net.
I don't
So-
like firing shots at home. I just like standing in goal net.
Yeah, you
Mostly.
do.
But in goal, I never want to stand in goal.
No, it's pretty interesting because he's not bad there either. So,
No.
so soccer, parkour, gymnastics. You love.
American football.
We all make jokes about it because you're the flipper guy. You love to flip. All he's ever wanted to do is do a backflip. I want to do a backflip on the ground. Help me do a backflip on the ground. That's been his goal.
I remember when we were camping, I landed on my face.
Yeah.
I had done it like two months when we were like in Grin or where was it, like Västervik or something like that.
Yeah, it was in Västervik.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, before we were gonna go to a water park, and my shorts were so tight. I'm like, okay, Dad, let's do a backflip.
It was the shorts.
That was yours.
And he's like, Are you sure? Are you sure? Let's not do it. Are you sure you don't want to do it after? I'm like, no, it's fine. I'll do it right now. I like slip because I do like one step and then go, because I can't do like that.
No.
I take one step, get all the way around, and then I slip on my feet and go
Oh.
right on my face.
Remember that?
Like it hurt, but all of your daughter's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I look back at mom like, I didn't feel Dad rotate on me like it's a nice excuse.
Yeah, because I was trying to help you with your feet, to help you come over and it didn't go.
But
But now you're good
I
at-
haven't done it since because after your shoulder injury.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you've been-
trust you.
You haven't needed me.
I haven't needed you for now. But
You don't need me anymore, Bill?
I don't need you anymore.
Come on.
No.
Oh.
You know.
No, but you've been advancing. You've been doing so much practice. You've been doing a lot of gymnastics with the
slogan.
yeah, Camper slogan this year too. So you've pretty much mastered your flips. And we make
do.
jokes because Bill wants to do everything with a flip.
Ah.
So I bet I could do that with a backflip. Like what?
I did it with the ring too. I hit a jump and I just let go and did a backflip.
A ring.
We were at jet ski, Joel Kling's house yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and we went jet skiing at his sommarstuga, like a,
Joel Klink from our team in Dalarna, right?
All right.
He's the youngster.
and he has 2 jet skis. Well, one in his friend and the other one his neighbor.
Super cool dude. He invited everybody to come out to his place yesterday to ride on the jet skis.
And he said
they've got the rings they tow on the back and
Nice.
entertained everyone before we went to
He
the
was
races.
like, I bet that you can't do a backflip off the ring. I'm like, okay, but I can probably do it, but I ain't doing it with Wilbur on the second ring. And he's like, okay. He's going full speed, and he said, go. Now it's a big wave. I'm like, okay. Let go of the whole thing, just tucked it, but I over-rotated just right on my back.
Ow. That hurts.
But he's like, good job, Bill. You anyways did. I'm like, I think I broke my back or something. It just hurt so badly.
You won't do it again.
I ain't doing it again. No.
That's cool. So how does it feel for you? I know we had this conversation with Wilbur too, but like you're half American, you're half Swede, and you spend part of your time here in Sweden. You spend more of your time in California too. So we live in California. We come to Sweden for our yearly work time.
I would
our
like
base
to
rate.
live here instead and do the work in USA, but you mostly ride here in Europe,
I would like to live here instead and do the work in the USA.
Ah.
or you have to go back 10 hours to Europe. But it's better to be here in Sweden to work, because you mostly race in Europe.
That's right, exactly. All the racing is pretty much in Europe these days, so competitive racing anyway. What about for you? Do you feel? I'm asking you the question now, but do you feel is it difficult to go from Swedish to English, or is it pretty simple for you?
I think my progress by switching, it's gone better from last year and all the other years. But, Mom always is on me, you gotta practice both languages so you don't, do, like Carl is right now, Swedish and English at the same time. Can I go in the tractor? And not the tractor. But I always try. Sometimes I just, maybe I'm asking to go to the bathroom in USA, and I just ask in Swedish. And she'll say, what? I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'll ask in English, and then I'll go. But I'll always just, my progress has been better, I feel like, too.
Yeah, no, we have. I think as long as everybody's on the same page, Mama's is good like that too with you guys. With the consistency of reading and practicing and speaking
That's good.
and she talks Swedish to you
Everywhere.
probably 90% of the time. And there's English in the house, but she still speaks mostly Swedish to you
But
guys.
if I'm talking to you, and she wants to join the conversation, she'll talk
English.
speak, yeah,
So you're talking English with Greg.
and Wilbur and Carl, pretty much.
So you're talking English even in Swedish, in Sweden.
Yeah.
I think it's
More or less.
it's mostly English when they speak with each other. But we have had this conversation recently, your mom and I, that we noticed that they are doing a lot more in Swedish.
Ah.
Games, talking, playing outside, or doing different things. We hear a lot of time that there will be more Swedish involved. Maybe it's just because we're here, which is really good because then this was one of the things with Bill. It was Wilbur had this. He seems to be able to pick up languages pretty easy, and he can really flip back and forth pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bill's had a little bit more difficult time doing like that. So we used to tell Wilbur when he was pretty young, and Bill was obviously really young, English was going good. We were trying to get him to do more Swedish. So we actually asked Wilbur to play with Bill in Swedish and do more in Swedish to help him. And Wilbur being, as what a great brother he is to you, so he could do that. Like, it's amazing how he could do it. And suddenly, after 2 weeks, his Swedish was like that, thanks to Wilbur.
Oh, that's
We can say Wilbur's a good brother for now. Yeah, we can say that.
for now.
Yeah, we're plugging Wilbur now. We'll roast him in a minute.
I always when somebody dares me to do something, I always try to exchange it for money because I'm always saving up for soccer goals or soccer balls like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, yesterday at Vetlanda when we won, I poured the water, but then with all the flowers they fell down and all the water went out, and I was gonna pour it on the
Don't give away your secrets.
Does PK really listen?
You never know. He's been on the podcast.
Damn.
But anyway.
Sorry.
And
Is it easier to talk Swedish or English now?
and for now, I think it's actually English because when I'm speaking with my friends in here, Sweden, they always maybe say something like, I don't really have an example, but I always talk to them and they're like, good Sweden.
Good Swedish.
Good Sweden.
Good Sweden?
Because if I say something wrong, maybe if I say, jag vill verkligen, I really want new soccer ball, and I'll forget, jag vill verkligen ha en, like a with a and they're like, good Sweden, and they'll make a joke about it, and I'm like, and they'll always give me 5 times a day, and I'm like, Mom, I really need to practice on my Swedish, and she's like, come on, it's really good. I'm like, my friends call me five times a day. Come on, you raised me better than this.
But you think that affects you in schoolwork?
Not too badly, but if I'm having a presentation and maybe my partner is sick, then I'm super nervous and I'm like, okay, don't say anything wrong, and I'll go over and I'll finish everything. Maybe it's a math test, and I'll just do everything because I do hard stuff, way hard stuff in USA, and I'll do everything fast, give it to the teacher, and I'll go out and I'll say, okay, can I go practice on my presentation? And she's like, yeah, but can you look over it? I'm like, no, I don't have time to look over my math test, okay?
No.
I'll just put it there and I'll go practice on my presentation, and I'll say something wrong, but they won't say anything until after the presentation. Okay. After the presentation, they'll go up to me. You did a very good job, but good Sweden.
Good Sweden.
Good Sweden.
And I'm like, what was it now? And they'll come what I said, say what I said, but then they'll correct me. And I'm like, dang it. But I never learned from my mistake from them.
Good Sweden.
They'll always find something. They'll always find it.
They would never say bro USA.
Never.
Just good Sweden, not
Yeah.
bro USA. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
When you do you find yourself thinking, when we're in Sweden now and you're talking Swedish to somebody, do you find yourself thinking in Swedish to say the words, or do you find yourself thinking in English and then translating the words in your head?
I don't really know. I'll just figure out, I'll just think what I'm going to say and I'll just say it, but I'll always say something wrong pretty much. But I have to think before I speak. But I'll never do it.
What about dreaming when you sleep at night?
That's hard.
No,
that's
but
easier.
Do you remember a lot of your dreams?
Not really.
I remember a lot of your dreams. You're gonna. I think you better go. Oh, he's having a hard time speaking right now because he's got to go relieve himself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. That was pretty cool too because he gave us the sign language. I just gotta go. I gotta take a pee. He didn't want to say he had to take a pee.
Nah. He's peeing right now.
He's peeing right now. So now you get a little. We can talk about it when he's not here. He'll be back in a second. But you kind of get a bird's eye view of Bill. I am Bill.
It's kind of cool, and it's nice to hear them. We need to get Carl one day too, again.
Carl is waiting for that day, and he was bugging me. He wanted to come so bad again today. I want to be on the podcast. I want to be on the podcast. He's like, it's all about the podcast.
You're just the intro maker.
Yeah, for sure. He is. Yeah, he's He's captain. He's king intro. But it's funny. You can hear the difference. You know, you got Wilbur, and you got Carl, and you got Bill. I mean, he's another.
Totally.
Yeah, he's in a world of his own, in so many cool ways. You know, it's so fun, and just when he gets going, you know, just give me the mic.
Exactly. He can have a show.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
And he's so full of life, so full of energy, and he's back.
Oh.
Hey, where'd you go?
Oh.
Did you find it?
No, I was just looking for another cup of water.
Ah.
Did you wash your hands?
Totally.
Okay.
Good.
The parental skills coming back in.
If you, I don't know if you were a million something when you went, because I don't remember that. But if you could
Just like my dreams. Never
see
remember.
yourself in 20 years, what are you working with? Or what do you do in a day?
Probably some sport except speedway or like motorsports.
For professional?
Yeah.
For a living? Yeah.
For living, probably soccer. That's what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing some research the other day of some tryouts that you can do when you get older, like 18, 19, 20. That age that you can do like tryouts for something like England or maybe like in the Premier League. But it's still very hard to get in. You still got to practice and practice.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you can like get contact with a person that can get offers for you.
Like an agent?
Mm-hmm. But then you can't do it. You have to be like 18 or older.
Right.
And I was thinking like I can probably talk with my mom and dad about this, and they can get like an agent or when I'm playing, and they'll probably see me, but like it's still hard. Never know what's coming. Maybe I'll change my mind.
That's right. Yeah,
Maybe I'll change my mind when I grow up.
You never
Because
know.
like mom played soccer, and when she was little, she went to the Gothenburg Cup, but then she's pretty much just dropped it.
Yeah, she moved on to other stuff and went into doing hair and makeup eventually. I mean, she went to school for that.
Wait for the.
For hairstyling, hairdressing.
Oh yeah, she did. She had her own.
Yeah, eventually had her own salon. She worked at other salons and had her own salon, did hair and makeup.
Told us about the whole, and with her manager and what she didn't like to do. Like she didn't like to vacuum the place. And she would probably like miss a spot, and her like manager would be like, "You gotta do this better. You gotta do this better. You have to be all over. You have to vacuum this whole spot. Okay, you have to vacuum this tonight. Okay."
Oh, I haven't heard this story before. This is pretty interesting.
No, but and then she would just like, I think you were in Poland or something. But then when we were at in Morfard, she was telling the story, and she did not just like that manager. She would just like,
You're good at giving everybody's secrets away. This is really cool, yeah.
and then she was like, okay, I'll do it better. But sometimes she would just be bored, and no one would come, except like maybe like an old lady that wanted to.
Oh, you mean come to get their hair done?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like just like cut like not much
Cut
at
the
all,
bangs or something.
and she'll just like cut it. She'll close the thing when her manager is not working that day. She would just close early and leave.
No way.
She did that once or something. She was saying that sometime.
You don't forget stuff.
No.
I don't, except my dreams.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So do you see yourself doing any other job? I mean, anything else you like to do?
And
You're good with numbers normally.
I would probably like a soccer player. Mostly, that's what I'm aiming for, or maybe like a American football player. But I don't want to get like concussions every 3 games.
In that case, you probably want to pass on American football.
Yeah. Flag football.
Flag football would be all right.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have the professional league for that yet.
They don't have that. Maybe
You could start it.
I could start it.
There you go. There's your business venture.
I have a friend that is Swedish champion in flag football.
Is he really?
Stefan Borrell.
Really? I didn't know that. Is there a league here?
There's
I
rugby.
don't know the
There's
ball, but
rugby here.
it is a kind of a league, I think, or if it's not that big, as I understand it in Sweden, but I think there's in Denmark or
Really?
I don't remember it, but yes, he has the title anyway.
And maybe there's a league for it in California too. I mean, in the States. I don't know if they have a flag football league, but not to my knowledge. Not
They
like
have
not
it.
like for
I think he plays in Uppsala.
really.
Yeah.
See, Bill.
That's where I made my. That's where I made my first hat trick. And so my first league.
In flag football in Cal. Yeah, because you played for the one winter there, huh?
No, that's where I made my first hat trick in soccer in Uppsala.
Oh, in Uppsala. Okay. Well, now we got that clarified.
Yeah.
See, I don't think before I speak.
No, it wasn't that at all. It was just about you just changed the subject on us without.
We didn't get along.
we need to get in your head sometimes and like, oh yeah, there we are. Coming back to it.
I know, yeah, I could hit the sides, but then you guys can come in.
For sure, but you don't see yourself. Okay, so we see you want to be a sportsman. That's your goal.
Or like if that doesn't work out, I was thinking like a manager or maybe like a personal trainer for people, like for soccer players.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But still maybe motocross. But I would just do that for a hobby, like you did when you broke your all 5 toes.
Yeah, right.
Never wanted to take your boot off.
No, that's right. But do you see, like, we travel quite a bit too, so you get to see how it works here in Sweden. You get to see how it works in the U.S. So you see the difference in the way they play the game. I mean, you got different coaches here and different coaches there. Do you find, is there one place that you feel more comfortable? Or one coach that feels more comfortable, or do you like the way they teach you here?
I feel more comfortable like in USA. I think that was a very good trainer.
The one you had this year. He was a cool dude. He seemed like he had.
He had like a lot. His team went to the Western State Championships. And
he was a pretty successful coach, huh?
But they were going against some guys that were 3 years older than that team. They were 12 years old, but they were 15.
But he's still a really good coach, though, huh? He seems to be able to really
won every single game.
Yeah, he seems to be able to get to know you guys really
good. We never at practice we never got to like shoot on goal like we do here.
Uh-huh.
His and what should I say, like ideas were always passing and dribbling, and when you're like doing step overs with the ball, like taking so they like trace or something like that. And he will show us the right way. And like maybe you're doing a spin around them and you would just let the ball roll. If you do that, someone can just come like right from the side and speed past you.
So he's really good at teaching you ball control and
like where you can like shield the ball and where everywhere. And he says we have like a routine. We always do the same thing until we master it.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you practice?
I did that 2 hours for Monday and Wednesday.
2 days a week. Yeah.
2 days a week.
For 4 hours.
And in Sweden?
Sweden, I do 1.5 hour Monday and Wednesday.
So it's 2 days a week here too.
Yeah.
That's shorter time.
Kind of cool though, because then you get in 2 different types of coaching, and everybody's got different ideas or different concepts.
I got back here, and I thought I was gonna dominate people because after what I thought, because before I started with soccer, I watched some of my friends' games, and they were like making so many mistakes that I saw. But then when I started playing, I felt like, man, I don't remember all my tricks. I don't remember how to shield the ball. But then when I started practicing at home as well, and then how to hit a real ball, and they're like make a pass, and they're like shoot it up like 5 feet in the air. And I'm like, that's not a pass, it's a kick. And they're like, no, that's a real pass. And I'm like, I'll show you a real pass. Hit a real pass on the ball. They're like, that's a real pass? I'm like, that's a real pass. Not the other one was a kick. And how to shoot, well, that's another thing.
I think you can hear that there's a little bit of football in this guy's spine.
Exactly.
So there's that's pretty cool. What other hobbies do you like? Soccer?
Yeah, totally.
Oh.
No, but I mean, what else are you into?
And I like just doing basketball for like getting exercise.
Yeah, you got good at basketball in California. Yeah.
Started playing some basketball at school. Got a basketball hoop at home as well.
In California.
And then when you got like some equipment for like working out and just staying fit for the racing season, I started using that when you left.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted to get some exercise for the Swedish season when I came back. Because as you know, when you guys were talking with Wilbur on the podcast here, the day after we got back, I just went right to school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're.
Jet lagged, crazy. And
You didn't. Yeah, you.
I wasn't really like tired when I got home. I was pretty much up to like 12 and 1, but then I woke up at 3 and I couldn't fall asleep. I was up from 3 to 9.
Oh.
So, but then like a couple weeks after, I started just getting tired over the days, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take some naps. I would just like take 2-hour naps, and then I would wake
Oh,
up.
you had delayed jet lag.
Oh, you can have that too.
Yeah,
Bill can.
Oh,
I can.
Of course.
always.
You can do what you want.
And
Bill.
then,
I'm bit.
so then after I went to school, because we got here on the Thursday, and then I went to school on the Friday, and then after the weekend, I went to one of my friend's games, and then on Monday I went to practice.
Yeah, you.
The schedule.
This guy just nils on the gas. Now he's full of energy. He's not one that can sit. You can see he can't sit down in the seat very long either. He keeps moving, and he's got like ants in his pants, as we always say. He's just wants to get sitting here is not for me.
No.
So we gotta get out and go do something, kind of a thing. But do you? I mean, obviously we travel a lot. We're back and forth. You get to see, you get to hear. I mean, you go to Speedway with us, even though you're not a Speedway nut. You pretty much know everything about the sport. You've learned, you got a lot of friends around there too. But if we have the choice to go to the races and everyone's going, and there's something else going on, then maybe there's a chance he can get wet somewhere in the. I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna go there. He would absolutely turn the opposite way. He would turn right where we always turn left, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm pretty just happy after when I was playing in this little league I was saying a couple minutes ago. I pretty much just wanted to kick that ball into that net. I didn't want to pass or anything. And I'm just happy I found just like you were happy you were turning left. I was happy finding to kick that ball right into that.
I think that says it all right there.
Exactly. I think that's.
Yeah.
And Wilbur always asked me, "Why don't you do Speedway? Why do you want to do Speedway?" I'm like, "I just don't want to." He's like, "Okay, first, I know you're scared." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm totally scared." And then the second thing is, what's your real excuse? Why don't want to do it? And I'm like, because I want to do something else in the family. It can't just be all Speedway. And when I said I want to do soccer,
Your mom's savior, huh?
Mm-hmm. When I said I want to play soccer instead, she's like, "Yes! Oh, everybody's not gonna get like broken bones every like 2 weeks. Yes!" And then I was like, "Okay." So now I'm doing something else in the family, and I didn't know at that time. I didn't know that Mom played soccer. And then Mom's doing like all these tricks, and I'm like, "Mom, where did you learn that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I learned it from you." I'm like, "Where did you really learn it?" She's like, "I played soccer back in the day." I'm like, and I wanted to do something just me and the family, okay? Just me and the family.
Yeah, but she didn't play as long as you're playing now, I think.
She
Or maybe she did.
She played like when she was like just like here, like 5 years old to like 16.
So you should be thanking her that she gave you that skill.
Well, she
Because
didn't.
you wouldn't have got it from me.
Oh, I didn't get anything from you.
No, that's right. Nothing at all. No.
Nothing at all.
Absolutely nothing.
Except for the PS4. But well, that's not my PS4. And who bought the trampoline? Mom or you? Or did you guys split
That was your
it?
birthday present.
I know.
Doesn't matter. It was your birthday present, right? It fell out of the
Don't-
sky. It got that money tree we got right outside the door.
Oh, I thought that was an apple tree.
Call it what you want. Anyway.
They were like in the apples, their money.
You never know.
Hold up
You
money.
never know. So, we're in this extreme hot period in Sweden. you're used to hot weather in California, right? And now we're in this extremely hot California-style weather here in Sweden. It's been crazy for the last couple of months.
Yeah.
We've
And-
been here for like 2.5 months right now.
Yeah, that's right. So it's been super hot. Fortunately, we've got a little pool outside that we can cool ourselves down and what
A couple
have
days
you.
ago, it was 29.
Well, yeah, it's been more or less 20 to 30 here for on average 20, 30 degrees Celsius for
Well,
the
the
last
pool
couple
was
of
29,
months.
and outside it was
Well,
like,
the pool we have the pool set at like 26 degrees.
yesterday.
But with the cover on, that the heat coming down and everything doesn't let the heat escape. It got up to 29 degrees. Well, then it starts to affect the watercolor too. So we had to take the cover off and try to get the heat down. But the air temperature is so warm that the pool doesn't really cool down. So it's like taking a bath.
That's a
happy
luxury
that-
problem, isn't it?
It's such a luxury problem.
Yeah.
I'm happy that we have like these two ginormous trees in front of the pool.
Yeah,
So like
that's right.
when it's really hot in the pool and really hot outside, we have these trees that have like shade
Yeah.
all over the pool.
Over the-
Oh.
But sometimes when it's like really hot outside, and then it's cold in the pool, like just take the trees down.
Yeah, when the sun hits that specific point in the afternoon where it's at its hottest peak, the trees block it.
And then
So
when
it's
you
pretty
like,
nice in the pool. But then when you need the sun, you can't get it,
right when you go onto like we have this like what do you call it, like balkon?
A balcony or
balcony. And to the pool.
Oh yeah.
Right when you like take a step on it, it's shade right there. It's like fades into the shade.
Oh. So you don't see it.
Sometimes it fades in, but sometimes it's at like a point. You can be like you can stand on the step and you can stand on the grass. Half of your body will be, and have sun on it, and then half will be like, yeah.
Do you think the heat affects you? Does it change your mental state?
And when I'm here, everybody's saying like it's so cold. I'm like, well, they're kind of like saying it's pretty nice. I'm like, it's freezing when I'm compared to like.
But do you like the heat? Do you like it? when it's really
I
hot?
love this heat right now,
Mhm.
and I'm loving it. But sometimes I just like when I'm playing soccer games and when I'm playing soccer games and soccer practices, and it's so hot outside, I just don't want to play.
What?
Well, when it's like steaming hot outside, and then maybe it's like halftime, and then it cools down. I'm like, and we're maybe under by a lot. Like the only good thing is that we're trying our best, and the heat's dying down. Then I'll
Huh.
start playing again.
It's interesting.
You should have like a shower with you, like a portable shower for the games.
We
in cold water.
every time it's like
Yeah,
steaming
pork
hot
shower,
outside.
that'd be good.
Every time it's steaming hot outside, we always in our changing rooms we'll change, and our trainers are like, here we want to tell you guys a secret. Come here, and we'll go into the showers, and she's like, you guys are gonna take a shower right now. We're like, we have clothes on. Like, well, you guys are gonna like lose all your energy in the first 5 minutes. And we're like, okay, we'll get like super cold, and then we'll get outside. We're like, I'm gonna go take another shower. Like halftime, I was sprinting back and got another shower and went back. And
Okay, so the heat does affect.
it does
what
affect
you do.
really.
Right.
But sometimes when
So-
I regret when I'm taking a shower and like just washing off, just like I'll run through it and I'll come back. I'm like it's freezing when I'm walking in like the hallway and gonna go out back to the game. And like go back. I'll go take another one. And just go back.
All right. Cool. So
But-
for me, it's the same because when I go racing, it gets really hot. I like the heat.
Oh.
So it's
Well,
It
you're
doesn't
used to
affect-
heat too, so
we grew up in it in California, so we're kind of used to it. But when you've been in Europe for a while, you get acclimated to the weather. So when it's cold, for me the cold is harder to. I have a hard time to get warm. But when it's like this, I feel like I'm almost like a dog, Like I can start panting, and then I can cool my inner core, and I'm all right. So it's not too bad, but
You can't stand in the middle of the
No.
process.
but it's always important, obviously, to stay hydrated. You got to keep fluid in the body. 'Cause
yeah.
that-
Maybe
then
you have like a water, but I have a Coca-Cola.
We can hear that actually.
Every time we take, you can hear it.
Oh yeah. But you got to stay hydrated. Otherwise, you can get a headache, or you can, feel run down, and it can affect how fast you run or how long you can run for, or if you don't feel like you want to run at all. But for me, for the racing too.
Oh yeah.
And we were just talking about this, right? About last night when I got excluded.
Yeah.
Or no, not last night, Tuesday night when I got excluded at the tapes, and the referee was obviously having a
Bad day.
Well, we don't know if it was a bad day or what it was, but it just seemed like
Maybe
some of the decisions were kind of all over the place and a little bit odd, the way they were going. You don't want to. I don't want to sound like I'm crying, like some guys say that I cry if I'm unhappy with something. But if you do something wrong, you can admit it. But it felt like some of the decisions that were happening were so inconsistent. I was trying to figure out why.
And it's because of the heat, of course, in the weather.
You mentioned that. There might be something in that.
I don't know. I just
I
read an article about it, and there were some that told you that the brain actually affects on how you think, or you're getting mad quicker, or at least the temper is getting worse quicker. And that you maybe think slower, needs more time to process things. So if the tape goes up and somebody's too quick off with a clutch, maybe you didn't see that,
Oh, right.
It took too long time. You stand in the sun.
I see where you're going with that. So maybe the weather affected his own decision making.
Exactly.
And he didn't see it that way, saying, hey, he was too quick. You're not supposed to be that quick.
Oh, that's his reality.
I like that. But then again, the way you put it like that, the slow thinking, the weather can affect the slow thinking. I'm a slow thinker anyway.
You are?
So that would say why I was excluded from the heat, because I was just too slow with my decision making of what place I was going to take and move over to the next place, and then
you were taking so much time packing and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like just yesterday too, you were. The referee called the team manager, said you were kind of late to the start.
Yeah, they were saying I needed to be quicker to the tapes.
And then when you were going to change back in your last heat, I'm like, come on, Dad. They just said you were kind of late. I'm like, move on. You still got a minute.
See, this is the funny thing, because we have 2 minutes, right? And there's a 2-minute clock there, and you have 2 minutes to be ready. So it's up to you whether you need a minute or a minute and a half or a minute and 59 seconds.
Oh.
As long as you're there when it's time to go, for me, that's what the 2 minutes. I have 2 minutes to prepare the perfect start position for me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I need 1 minute and 59 seconds to be 100% sure I'm going to make that start. And then somebody's telling you need to come to the tape sooner. And you're like, hey, man, I have 2 minutes. If it's 0 and I'm there, I made it.
And there is that you're standing ready to start by the tape.
Yep. And the argument last night was that I was at the tapes, but I was still fiddling with my goggles and whatever. But I was at the tapes, so if I'm standing there fiddling with my goggles, I'm already in play. So if he puts the green light on, it's my bad.
That you didn't have your hand on the gas.
It's his problem, yeah. So it's a bit 50-50 there. I don't know.
That's one reason why I don't ride speedway.
No. You're
Otherwise,
a
you have
soccer
to
guy.
rewrite the rules. Don't fiddle with your goggles, or that your manly things are on the wrong position.
Have you noticed
Or
that
whatever.
too? Have you seen me adjusting?
I've been jumping up my bike sometimes now, and I know that sometimes you have to fix things.
Yeah, readjust.
Yeah,
You
just
know,
a bit. So you sit comfortable.
You know, me and Stefan at the Hostelvik GP, we were always looking at your starts. Like, you were always fiddling with your goggles.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Always.
That's my thing. It's like my tics. Or my tricks.
No, but...
Tricks.
That's just, I'm in the moment and I'm doing my thing. I want everything to fit just right. I want to be comfortable. I want it to be,
I'll just put them on when we're getting ready to go on the bike. So I'll just put my helmet on, buckle it, put my goggles on, fix them, and I'll just go.
Yeah.
But I won't just put them on and then go out. And then when I'm there, and then I'll go...
Yeah, you do.
I do?
He just
I should.
He just doesn't realize it.
No.
So, hey, when I get up there, I feel like it's all about me, man. I'm so selfish when I get to the starting line.
If somebody takes a picture now, I want to look good.
Yeah. I want to make sure my goggles are right, because if they're twisted slightly, then you look goofy, and you come in, your friends are like, dude, why do you wear your goggles like that? How come your goggle strap was down a little bit too much? And
But I think
4 fingers.
Isn't it like all of these small things are important to be ready or to be at your best,
for me,
even if it's the goggles or if it's the packing on the soil or what it is.
sure. Everyone's going to be right, or it's cleaning your computer screen or making sure the table's clear before you start your meeting or start what you're doing.
Exactly.
Right? You got to be, and if it's the way I like it, this is almost too cluttered for me right here.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to
Fix things. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fixer.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
So it's
Isn't the same thing when you start a football match or something?
Mm-hmm.
not with you.
No.
No, you just go out there and win the game.
I'll just go out there and do my best, and
How do you
Think
fix your socks?
I'll fix them like they say they can't be like a centimeter, just like you were saying with your start. They can't be a centimeter the shin
Guard.
guards. The socks can't be a centimeter down, and the shin guards showing.
Sticking up.
They
Right?
have to be like.
Oh,
But
yeah.
sometimes they're like itchy right here,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll take them up over, and then I'll fold them down until like right at the the line. So then it won't go down. If it goes down, it will get stuck right here.
On your calf.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a tape. I've seen that.
People, and
We've had to try that too.
because I don't like the straps that I on the shin guards
Mhm.
because they always itch. So I'll take them on, and I'll have the ones that you slide on. And I had 2 pair, but then one I gave to one of my friends. And then I had one pair of tape that I would put on, but it would never work.
One pair that you use tape with
Mhm.
you.
All right.
And then before my cup that I had a couple weeks ago, like a month ago, I took the tape that I had, but it would never work. So I took it off. I took duct tape. But it looked like
It worked.
It worked at least, but it looked so weird.
The thing with Bill, at least when he plays soccer, that he always does have his shoes and he has his socks on because he's got to have them, otherwise he can't play.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's time to go somewhere, I mean, I'm on Hancock time, right?
Yeah.
And I can be pushing the limit. But when it's go somewhere, it's like, come on, Bill. Come on, Bill. And suddenly if he's like, yeah, no problem, boom. He's in the car and you're driving out driving down the street or whatever, down the driveway, and you look down and he doesn't even have any shoes on. Or there's no jacket, or there's no, whatever. It's like, you just walked out. We're going to wherever we're going, far away, and he's just like,
I
oh.
remember
So there is nothing.
we were camping for one day.
He just doesn't care. He'll just get in the car and he's the kind of guy that would just, it'll work out,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
and it always does.
Yeah. You should have your own emergency go away bag, with shoes and
Extra
underwears and extra things, and you just grab it and go, and then you can.
the only
play
thing I
soccer
won't
for-
But you got to remember to grab it.
Oh yeah, you have it in the car.
always.
And
No,
Sundays you clean them or launder.
The
Wait.
only thing I will remember is my phone and my charger. That's the
Oh.
only thing I'll remember.
No, not the charger.
Okay, not the charger, but
The phone you
Phone.
don't forget. But I think that's pretty much the same with every kid these days.
yeah.
They don't forget it unless they're at the restaurant. Then they seem to forget it. You don't forget it when we leave the house, but when we get to a restaurant or get somewhere else, it's pretty easy to forget it.
Yeah.
Something preoccupies.
And sometimes
Anyway.
I'll always forget it at the restaurant, and then Wilbur will have his phone, and then Luke will have his phone, and you'll have his phone, and Carl will have Mom's phone, and Mom has her iPhone X now, and Mom and Carl always has his iPhone 6. Mom's old iPhone 6. and he'll all be watching that, and I'm like, you guys are phone addicts.
Yeah. Takes one to know one.
And you guys always tell me, like, get off your phone. You're going to get a phone on. You're going to be wearing glasses. I'm like, okay. And you guys are always, like, texting people, and we're just, like, checking his Facebook and Instagram.
Always,
Snapchat.
right?
Always.
Always.
Never will get off it.
Well, I think we got a pretty good case of I am Bill today.
Yes.
And Bill, we thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And we hope you'll come back and join us again one day.
I'll just come back next week.
Come back next week.
We had a good time.
We had a really good time.
Me too.
Hey, you got to get back in the water. It's really, really hot out there.
I'll go to Circle K and get an ice cream. See ya.
It's 31 degrees Celsius.
Unreal. And the
Yeah.
future forecast looks about the same, right? It's
It
looking
is.
great. So,
Maybe next time we're sitting in the archipelago or something instead of sitting here.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. We have to do a podcast from the water.
Oh,
On the water.
on the water.
Can we fix
So-
that? On the s- Let's do it.
It would be a short one, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, for us. Yeah, somehow we can do it. Maybe in Singa.
Absolutely.
It'll be fun. So, but you know what? I gotta go, man. I gotta go to Cardiff now. So
True.
I'm headed to go do some of that speedway stuff. So,
And Dario,
I'm gonna go turn left while Bill turns right.
hey Greg,
True.
I have one thing that you need to take with you to Cardiff.
Okay.
You know what that is?
This could be anything. No.
First,
You said one thing. And then you said first?
well, one thing that's split up to like 6 things.
Oh,
Okay. Throw it out there.
The first thing is don't be late.
Right?
Second thing is,
Be on time.
well, that's pretty much just don't be
Okay.
late. And the second thing is take my idea that I told you guys before the podcast with you. And third, well, I'm not going to have 6 things. I'm just going to have 3 things. And the last one is ride speedway. Don't do like,
there is
Stuff.
one more.
Yeah. You even lost. Now you're confusing yourself.
I don't think before I speak, seriously.
I am Bill. Thanks for listening, everybody. Be sure to follow us, rate us, check us out on social media, at Real 45 Podcast.
I'll plug my stuff, link in the description.
Do that. I am Bill.
See ya.
Out.
Welcome to Real 45 with Stefan and Greg Hancock. We vibe out and have real talk, so tune in and check this out. Yeah, today is a new day. Let's seize it now and get hype. We talking about our careers, our family, and just life. Yeah, share my story with you. Inspiration like every day. Real 45, we gon' keep it live. I keep episodes on replay. Ayy, Real 45. Yeah, Real 45. Show them how we do it, man. Yeah.